our world will come under attack.
The mayor has declared a state of emergency.
By the most evil force ever known. He has armies at his command. And only one power on Earth can stop him. Welcome to my nightmare. Now, the ultimate adventure begins. Hi, I'm home.
You garlic something in the room.
For the Power Rangers.
Oh, where's my autograph book?
More action. More adventure. More power. The Ooze is back.
Use, you lose.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
And that's how you start a show.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey there, Power Ranger fans, and welcome to this special webcast in celebration of the 20th anniversary for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. And I'd like to give a big shout out to MMPR Creations for this awesome bracelet, because I know they're watching right now. Mandy, AJ, you guys rock. Guys, go check them out. And we're not going to be going on a topic list. We're going to be having a little fun here. I'll be showing some behind-the-scenes clips from the movie, and you know, we're going to have a lot of fun. So let me introduce you to my fabulous co-host. I would like to introduce you to Sonia.
Hi, I'm back, bitches.
And Rick.
Hi.
You can't really see him right now, but that's all right. I'm the pretty one.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. And
I'll second that.
And then we've got our friendly
One of them.
We got our friendly neighborhood predator ranger, Derek.
I'm also back, you bitch.
And we got a special guest here, the creator and writer of Teenagers with Attitude and Zordon of Eltar in the upcoming fan film Teenagers with Attitude, Back to Action, Mr. Cisco Davis Jr.
Hello. I just got out of the shower, and I totally have pants on right now.
He's so fresh and so clean right now. And we have our residential Yellow Ranger, Amanda.
I'm back. And I have my college degree.
Yes!
Yay.
Yay!
Congrats.
He has officially made it out of college.
You bullies, you see me now? You can now kiss my ass.
There you go.
There you go. That's awesome. Now, we're still waiting for Samantha and our new residential White Ranger from Team 2, Alyssa, which her name is, we call her Rin. That's her nickname. Everybody else calls her that. So she'll be in a little later. Anyway, how's everybody's summer been going so far? Let me start with Sonia. How's your summer been going?
Not too bad. It's great
Okay.
to be off of school. Exciting. Witnessed a stabbing last night.
Oh, wow.
What?
Well, nothing says a good webcast but a good stabbing, apparently.
Right now we're all
Yeah.
gonna get hit.
Now I
great.
remember. Now I remember why I stopped going to bars when I did. A fight broke out, like, literally a couple of feet away from me, and, yeah, some fool pulled out a knife and stabbed 4 people. And I told the bartenders, apply pressure, goddammit!
And this is why I don't go to New York all the time.
Okay. Richard,
Yeah.
how's your summer going?
I can't top that.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't mention Eternal Con, where I met all the original Rangers, well, except for Amy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Yes. We
I
will
got
get
to
back.
work with Austin. I got to hang out with him actually.
Yeah, we will get back to that.
After that was over. So
We will get back to that in a sec. Derek, how's your summer going?
It's like 60 fucking degrees. I didn't even realize it was summer.
good point. Same here.
Yeah. Cisco, how about yourself? How's your summer going?
My summer has been very busy until I finished my fan film last weekend, and then I started filming a new project this weekend. So it's still busy.
Yeah. Amanda, how about your summer? How's it going?
Summer's going great. Just graduated from college. I'm having my party next week. Over the summer, I'm going to be working on 2 films with my film group, and other than that, I'm just chilling back, relaxing, and waiting till we have to get our PMC memberships for next year.
That is right. Now they will be. I'm having a feeling that they will be announcing tickets for PMC at San Diego Comic-Con. So keep a lookout for that because we will be sharing that on LR4.
Well, didn't they say that there was a rumor that they already released it?
That was the dates. That's what they were saying. I don't think that's a rumor because if it came from the actress that played in Kyoto Sentai Julenja, then I'm sure it's legit. They just didn't know that other people didn't know ahead of time.
Like, you broke your contract, now you gotta pay us. You
Oh,
weren't
well.
supposed to say that.
It happens. But let me go ahead and talk to Cisco here. Now, Cisco,
Uh-oh.
he's like, oh god, I'm prepared for this. I'm holding on. So, what exactly made you came up with the idea of doing these 2 fan films, Teenage with Attitude and Zordon of Eltar?
It started 2 summers ago when I watched Pacific Rim. I was actually a late bloomer to Pacific Rim. It was like maybe about 3 weekends before they stopped playing it in theaters. And I saw it pretty late in the summer. And I just watched it that one Saturday. And as I was watching, I was like, wow, this is like really cool. And, you know, Power Rangers can be done realistically but still be fun, you know, because that movie did have some silly moments in it. And, and so, you know, I watched that. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. So then the next day, I got my roommate to come and watch it. And I watched it again. And after that, I just got the idea. Oh, let me do a fan film with, like, you know, Rita, like before she's about to be trapped in the dumpster. It'd be really short. It'll be like 5 to 10 minutes long. And I just decided to try to raise $1,500 because that's all I really needed to do, like 3 or 4 costumes. And raised a little more than that. Raised about $5,000 through Kickstarter. So since I raised about 5 times my budget, I decided to make it 5 times longer. And so yeah, that's pretty much how it all began. And as far as Teenagers with Attitude goes, that was really just a weekend project. We shot it in a weekend, like mostly in a day. You know, all the actors met each other that morning. Kelvin, Sophia, Jim, Jennifer, and Hayden. You know, they all met each other that morning, and we filmed it all that day. And that was just a add-on that was like, oh, let me just do this on the side. And well, basically, Zordon of Eltar and Teenagers with Attitude was just me coming up with a small idea, and it just kept snowballing into something bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much how it all came to be.
That's awesome. I love that. And what inspirations did you take from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie itself? Any?
I mean, mostly like some of the lore and some of the characters. Like there's Dulcia in there. There's a mention of Ivan Ooze. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mention of Ooze. Larigo, Larigo was from Turbo, I think. But yeah, I just like, just try to pull as much as I can because fan films, at least to me, it's all about the fan service, and that's why at least I watch them. I taught myself how to make movies by watching a lot of movies, but 2 by watching a lot of fan films. I grew up watching mostly Star Wars fan films because that was what was out back in the day. So I just learned, and I would see fan films that I didn't like or that were kind of crappy or whatever. Well, crappy, But I liked watching those movies, and that's just how I taught myself. Like learning from their mistakes, and that's
Right.
just how it all came to be.
Awesome, dude. That's great. And I've got to tell you, for all of us that have actually seen it, Zordon of Eltar, dude, phenomenal work. I mean, I've been seeing you post on your Facebook, and Zordon of Eltar saying, "Okay, 90%, 80% done. I will get this done."
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I was definitely slaving over it, like every single day. I mean, I worked 2 jobs, so when I worked my 2 jobs, and when I came home, my 3rd job was working on this fan film, and I worked my 9 to 5s, and from 5 until I go to bed, I was working on this movie, and that was for at least for the last 18 months.
Now
So-
I mean, that's got to put like a toll on you, man. I mean, working so hard on this, and I mean, did it getting lack of sleep because you work 2 jobs and then
lack of sleep. I think I gained 15 pounds.
oh god,
Yes, yeah. I mean, mostly just from sitting on the chair, just doing all the effects and stuff and editing, and I've never been so sedentary in my life.
Yeah.
So it's actually nice to be able to go out this weekend and do some cool stuff. So
yeah. And all the coffee and energy drinks came into play, didn't they?
Yep. Yeah, they did.
That's where caffeine comes in really good.
Yeah, I think
Really
next.
Did I call
next-
911?
Not yet. I'm doing fine now, but
Yeah.
next weekend's gonna be, I think, my first really relaxation weekend.
Yeah, that's
where I don't have anything planned to do,
awesome.
and I'm just gonna sleep.
Now, guys, do you have any questions for Cisco? Anybody? Let me go to Sonia. Sonia, sorry. Do you have any questions for Cisco? She's like,
Her mic's
Not really. I mean, I told him props for Zordon of Eltar. Wished I could have joined the cast of, Teenage with Attitude as a
Well,
Pink Ranger, but
we were doing some auditions for the second one, so you never know. It's not too late.
well, I mean, I don't think I'd even be able to get out there to where you guys are shooting.
No.
yeah. Hey, maybe
If you were in New York.
you know
Yeah.
what?
You are in Rhode Island.
You know what? If you think about it, you could always play a voice character.
I can definitely do that.
I could see you
Yeah.
as a voice character. That'd be awesome.
I
Derek, what
have
about
considered doing voice acting at some point.
cool? Derek, what about you? Do you have any questions for Cisco?
Oh no, I came completely unprepared here.
Well, that's all of us, so you're good. Richard, what about you?
No.
Okay. Amanda?
I'm just impressed.
That's awesome. Oh,
Thanks.
man, Amanda, are you keeping track of the comments? See who has answers questions for Cisco or anything?
I'm on vacation.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it.
Now, as we were talking about the 20th anniversary, I mean, the first time when we heard about this, like back in, I can't remember when they promoted it, was during the time when they were promoting it for, they promoted it on us in theaters with the Page Master. And I remember the trailer so well. They show the zoom in shots of the helmets and everything. And I can't, and then I remember they gave out Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie posters, like little teaser posters from there. And I remember every time when I would see the Page Master, I got so excited for that trailer. That because I guess they were hinting that it was going to be showing with it, the little teaser. And then when I saw it, I literally was like, "Oh, this is going to be awesome." And then later, when they came out of Page Master the movie, they released a little behind-the-scenes featurette trailer with the cast and all that. So it was really interesting. I mean, this movie has really done very well. And I gotta say, Saban, it's 20. I mean, we're gonna be. I mean, this Tuesday is the official 20th anniversary. Where's the Blu-ray? Come on, come on, give us the Blu-ray, man. I mean, we know we know
We
that
don't need it. We just need special features. You can keep the Blu-ray. We don't need it.
Oh no, I want the Blu-ray with the special features. And then, I mean, just do a double
Well, I
feature.
want the special features, but you don't need the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Not all of us own Blu-ray players.
Yeah,
True.
before Blu-ray, they showed special features on regular DVDs, but now they put them on Blu-rays.
Exactly.
They pay more.
But, okay, let me
They're
put
cheapskate bastards.
let me put it this way. Here's some of the special features they have here. There's only like two important features on here. The original theater trailer and the making featurette. So that's pretty much it for both. And I'm like, really? I mean, I thought it was cool at the first, but now that we're knowing that they actually had scenes cut out of the movie.
Whatever happened to the good old days when they would show bloopers at the end when they would give it those end credits?
That would have been awesome.
Like the old
What
Jackie
about
Chan movies.
scenes where?
Yeah.
What about scenes where the
No,
girl
like-
that plays Olivia from SVU actually was playing Dulcia? We can
Yeah.
get more actual footage of that.
Yeah, exactly. Because what happened was, what I read about it, that Gabriella Fitzpatrick, the actress that played Dulcia in this movie, and they didn't, at first they're like, well, maybe we should go a different direction. So they wanted Marisha Hargitay to play Dulcia, and then they were gonna have a sidekick character for her, like this elephant alien creature on Phaedos, and there was going to be like a ninja type of temple, and she was actually going to train the Power Rangers to use their animal spirits, ninjetti abilities. But when they did that, it didn't work out to their favor, so they decided to say, you know what, let's bring back Gabriella Fitzpatrick as Dulcia, and we're going to make it a ruins. So let's just do that and let them go into the jungle, discover their powers themselves. Because I'm sure that's a great idea. I mean, that's like saying give a kid a bottle of water and a bow and arrow and send him off to hunt and become a man.
It's like with when Mighty Morphin Power Rangers first aired. They
Yep.
suddenly had powers, and they just knew how to use them.
Exactly. Because Zordon pretty much all he did, and that's a good point. Because Zordon actually what he did was he just sent them in. He didn't send them out. They just walked out and said, "Okay, we're leaving," but not knowing how to get back to town. You could have called a taxi cab, maybe. I'm sure they would pick you up there, maybe. But now from seeing this movie, what really got you excited about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie? Let me go to Sonia. Yes, you. Oh, you want me to? Okay. Do you want me to go? Okay, I'll go to Richard. Richard,
What?
what got you excited about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie?
That was a movie. I don't. Oh, so long ago.
All right, Derek, what about you?
Well, it was Power Rangers on the big screen, so that was a good start. Ivan Ooze came across as a threat, and their suits looked like friggin' armor, which was badass.
Yes. Cisco froze, so he's gonna restart. He'll be back. Amanda, what about you?
It's Power Rangers, and it's on the big screen. But I was a kid at the time, so I got it on VHS. And like I said, Power Rangers, big screen, movie. How can you say no to that?
Oh, exactly.
Oops.
Yes, exactly. I mean, just because originally, I remember Austin St. John and Walter Jones did mention that originally they were going to have Twee Trang, Walter, and Austin St. John in the movie, and they were going to do the movie that way. But since whatchamacallit, they left the show, they had to revolve it around the new characters. So So it makes you kind of wonder what it would have been like if they had Walter Twee and Austin in the movie. I mean, would it have been as good, or I don't know. Just these questions we ask ourselves. Also, before I forget,
Did we
were
see
gonna.
a copy of the script? What it was supposed to be?
Yeah, true. Well, maybe it was the same script. They just had to. I don't know. I can't. Maybe it was. Maybe it wasn't. I do not know. But now, before I forget, we were gonna have another group of people on here with us. Was gonna be the cast members and the creators of Power Rangers Zenith, which is another Power Ranger fan film / type of series, which revolves around.
Where did Cisco go?
Oh, he'll be back. He's having some problems with his computer, so he'll be restarting. And it was going to be revolved around a remaking of the Green with Evil saga. So we were going to have them on here, but due to personal things going on, they couldn't make it. So I'd like to give a shout out to those guys. I wish you could be here, but hopefully we can have you on one of our episodes after the hiatus.
Mm-hmm.
The guys from Power Rangers Zenith. It's another fan film, and we were also gonna have. I was planning to have Lewis and Dominic.
Has that been released?
Power Rangers Zenith.
Yeah.
No, it has not. It's. I think they released some teaser trailers. I know that, but they haven't released the thing yet. And I was gonna have Louis Maldareldi and Dominic on here from MMPR, but they haven't got back to me, so give a big shout out to them too as well. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show this behind the scenes Power Rangers Secrets Revealed thing from that features the cast of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. So let me go ahead and look that up, because I was looking at it before, and now I must find it again, because it was awesome. And you all know this. No, that is not it. Let's see, VHS. Okay, go here. And Secrets Revealed. Here we go. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn that back to the way it was. Alright, and then I'm going to share my screen. I got to unplug myself so you guys can hear too. So here we go. And I will share my screen.
Rangers. Come on and hang with us tonight, and we'll show you some secrets from our first movie.
Yeah, and let me be the first to say, you thought we did some cool stuff before? Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. So watch this.
Let's fuck up.
Good idea.
Right.
Pretty cool, huh? And that's just a little part of our newest adventure.
Now, we can't tell you everything that happens in the movie, but I can tell you this. Grave danger lurks ahead.
In fact, fate of Angel Grove, maybe even the world is in our hands, so watch this.
Yeah, let me drive.
No way, it's my car!
Action Ranger!
we're doing our thing that we do, we're high school kids, and then we're part-time superheroes. People don't know we're Power Rangers. We're 6 teenagers that just having a regular good day. We go skydiving. We're trying to raise money for an event.
Now let me mention very quick, somebody would have to push me out of that damn plane in order for me to skydive, and I better have a parachute.
I'll do it.
Nate, just turn the volume down a tiny bit on the video.
Okay, the video? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear the fan blasting?
No, we cannot hear it.
Okay, cool.
Alright, here we go. Let's play it again. Is that better?
Yes.
We ultimately win that, and then we get on our rollerblades, and we're just having a good day. Something horrible happens. An evil villain named Ivan Ooze is unleashed out of the earth. I mean, he was buried there 6,000 years ago.
Yeah, that's not really a big surprise if something horrible happens.
2,000 years of searching, you are finally within my grasp.
Let me introduce you to our newest villain, Ivan Ooze. But be warned, he's far more dangerous than anyone we've ever encountered. So hold on tight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ooze is back! What is that odious stench? Smells like teenagers.
Nate.
Zordon tells us about this bad guy.
Rangers, you must act swiftly. The planet is in grave danger. 6,000 years ago, a morphological being known as Ivan Ooze ruled the world with a reign of unparalleled terror.
This is actually the first time the Power...
Now let me point something out. Zordon did not sound like that in the original cut.
I know, I was going to say.
Yeah, he sounded weird.
Because they originally were going to just use the actual actor that played Zordon in the movie to do the voice. But then they're like, you know what? Maybe we should just stick with the actual actor that played the voice. A big shout out to David Fielding, even though he was
Hi, David.
Even though he was not in the
David.
film, but he's still Zordon to us.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
Rangers are looking at somebody that they haven't dealt with. They're usually used to dealing with Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa. And this one, they're dealing with Ivan Ooze, the master of ooze and terror. And he's just a scumball. I want a world full of happy, oozing children. Hi, honey. I'm home.
Oh.
Extremely
Samantha.
evil.
He's nothing but
I feel
the best ones.
bad that I'm late. I feel really bad that I'm late.
It's okay. It's okay. Everybody, this is our residential Silver Ranger of Team 2, Cisco.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Now, also let me point out, I think I'm hearing things, but did Ivan Ooze just said, I want to happily ooze all the children? Did I hear that right?
I think I heard that.
Yeah, you heard that right.
I think I heard something about oozing children.
Yep.
Derek, maybe
I didn't hear it. Maybe Nate's the one that's hearing things.
Derek, maybe this is your department.
Wow.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, this is the part of the show where I tell Nate to go eat a dick.
I am so sorry, but this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And then And just to let you know, guys, the actor that played Ivan Ooze was Paul Freeman. You might have seen him in, what's it called? Raiders of the Lost Ark. He played a villain in there as well. And so let's continue this. Just let him point that out.
How about you get another crack at it?
This has got to be the biggest monster that we ever seen before, we ever faced, and a powerful one.
Oh, the things that I have faced! The Black Plague!
The Bunch reunion.
He tries to get rid of the Power Rangers, of course.
You obviously don't know who you're dealing with, Mr. Raisinhead.
Really? They will see mountains of ooze.
We're the Power Rangers.
Whoa! Where's my autograph book? Ha!
I told you Ivan Ooze was a real nasty guy. Not funny. Now when we return, we'll show you some of our new secret weapons we have for the movie.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. Secrets revealed. We'll return in a moment. We now return to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. Secrets revealed.
To fight our most dangerous monsters, we need some awesome reinforcements.
Ha, you're funny.
And the Raptor ribbon. Bye-bye. Gotta love it.
But to really take care of business, we had to call upon a new secret power.
Plus, new and stronger Zords.
I just hope we have what it takes to get the job done.
Whew. But Ivan Ooze gets away and ends up destroying the command center and destroying our powers. Hey, what's happening?
Powers are lost. We don't have powers anymore. We're just ordinary kids.
What's going on? Something's wrong.
We better get back. Let's go, guys.
So we have to go.
And to be continued with that, we will continue this in a sec. So, oh my god. Am I the only one that noticed in that part where Ivan Ooze was destroying the command center? You hear Zordon's voice go, "Oh!"
Didn't he say that in the movie, though?
No, he didn't. He didn't do that noise. Zordon did not.
Yes, he did.
He didn't do that noise. No, that was not his. No, it wasn't. I remember.
I remember too, and I have good ears.
I remember. I was listening. I gotta watch this back and make sure, but I'm sure. Because I remember he went, oh, after he was getting electrocuted and everything. Now, Cisco, this is a good question for you, for Zordon of Eltar.
Mm-hmm.
When you, now, was a lot of people asking, are we going to see Ivan Ooze in this? Are we going to get anything?
Yeah. I actually got asked about Ivan Ooze more than Lord Zed.
Oh,
and there was a time where I was going to incorporate an Ivan Ooze cameo, but then I decided not to.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to keep my story focused, you know. So I didn't want to make it into like Mortal Kombat Annihilation, where it was just real crazy.
Yeah.
And people were coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
So
I
dialed it back.
Yeah. Because I remember you showing a picture of this like ooze, and I'm like, oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yep. I had the ooze all made up and everything, but yeah, I cut it out.
Well, you know what? maybe deleted scenes. You never know. If you could ever go back, I'm like, okay, where is that? I know I had that somewhere.
It's around.
It's around, just not in the final cut. Now, speaking of Lord Zed, exactly. Now, were you going to plan to have Lord Zed in there, in Zordon of Eltar?
Yes, I was, but if you, I mean, obviously Zordon of Eltar does not follow the direct canon from the TV show. It's like a reboot, reimagining. It creates new things.
Right.
If you rewatch the beginning of Zordon of Eltar, you'll see a guy trying to harness the power of the grid, and he's like flying and everything, but then he's not able to control it, and then he pretty much explodes. I'll just say that if he survived,
That's
you
Lord
wouldn't have
Zed.
skin anymore.
Oh,
That explains things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that explains why he does not have.
Yeah, so that's my little cameo or whatever, my allusion to Lord Zed. You know, his
Don't die in there.
possible origin. So, yeah, that's my little nod for Lord Zed. And like, you'd really have to stretch in order to get it, because I didn't make that really easy for anybody to pick up on, like all the other stuff. But that's my little nod there, and you know, maybe in the next one, you know, we'll see. Who knows? I'm just saying.
Speaking of the next fan film, guys, I wanted to promote the hell out of this next fan film project. Guys, I have helped back this project too. I made a donation towards the pledge for the complete all 3 Power Ranger fan films from Cisco. So I'm like, you know what? I would love to own these on DVD so I can watch them over and over again.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough endeavor in order to raise the full budget. The majority of the budget, more than half of it, is for the costumes and props, because we're going to have, instead of 6 Rangers, I want to do all 7, where, you know, there's the original 5 plus the green and the white, and, you know, all the props that go with that, and plus I want to tweak some other costumes for existing characters like Scorpina and Goldar, and there's also some new characters that will be in there. But yeah,
And
more than
Green
half
Ranger is a chick.
Yes, I do. I want a female Green Ranger in this one.
Yes.
You know, I thought more people would be upset about that, but actually they aren't. So I'm happy about that. But yeah, I wanted a female Green Ranger. It's not a female Tommy, but
So that's Tomina?
no.
Tomina.
But yeah, so yeah, people seem to be on board, so that's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they love Teenagers with Attitude and you're reimagining of that, then I mean, why not? You know. And just to let you guys know, the Kickstarter for Teenagers with Attitude 2 is up to $1,820.
Yeah.
So guys, come on, let's keep going. 26 days left. We could do this.
Make it go up to $5,239.
That'll work. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I have a few more tricks up my sleeve as far as, like, you know, promotion wise, and we'll see where it goes.
Come on, guys. Come on. We want to see this. We want to see it complete. If you guys loved Teenagers with Attitude and Zordon of Eltar, you guys will love Teenagers with Attitude Back to Action.
I will say right now that I learned special effects and visual effects doing Zordon of Eltar, and like when I watch it, I can easily tell like which scenes I did when I first started working on the movie and which scenes I did like that I finished up within the last couple of weeks. I learned a lot, and this next one, if it's funded, 1, it'll be twice as long. 2, I think it will blow Zordon of Eltar out of the water, just overall scale-wise and storytelling and visuals and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty cool.
And you have, speaking of, I don't think we were talking about this, but you have been, I know you're friends with another Power Ranger fan that me and Samantha know, that's also doing a fan film called Morphing Origins.
Okay, yeah, Dan.
Now,
yeah, Dan's awesome.
Yes.
What's his last name?
Romano.
Daniel Romano.
Oh yeah, I've been talking to him lately.
Yes. And so how now exactly have you guys been feeding off each other about ideas, everything?
Well, when I first announced or went public with my fan film, you know, he was one of the first people that like that I really, I guess, connected with, and I was kind of telling him my ideas and everything, and you know, he was the main person that I bounced things off of, and he was kind of like a consultant to me because I'm not the best Power Rangers fan. I kind of stopped watching after Zordon died, so you know, that's pretty much the extent of my Power Rangers knowledge.
That's what a lot of people did. They stopped watching after Andros killed Zordon.
Yeah, so like, you know, yeah, that's pretty much what it stopped for me. So like, I would have a lot. If I had questions, I would just ask him stuff, and that's pretty much. Yeah, he was my first buddy, you know, in this fan film universe. I didn't know anything. I didn't know anything about on the forums or anything like that. He was my guy, my go-to guy. So he was in the trenches with me in the beginning.
Awesome. Shout out to Dan, guys. Also check out Morphin Origins. Yeah. And now I understand that the character what's his name? Braxis. Now, he was not a character in Power Rangers. That was not a character in Power Rangers Masked Rider. You came up with that character yourself.
Yeah, the Braxis character was a completely made-up character because originally that council or whatever was supposed to have King Lexian on it, and the guy who I cast, I think I cast somebody originally for that part, and one of the actors ended up not being able to make it that day or whatever, so I just found somebody else to do it, and the guy, basically, he didn't look old enough to be his, like, father, even adopted father, adoptive father. So I was like, okay, you're going to have to be his brother then. So I just made up a name that had, like, an X in it, so it sounded like, so it fit with Lexian and Dex, and I just came up with Braxis.
Yeah, that was actually a good connection. And also, when you guys watch this fan film, you will see another cameo of a lot of other. I mean, there's a lot of cameos in Zordon of Eltar, and then the Council. You see Demetria, Larigo, Admiral Dragon, because he was called Count Dragon later on, and then you see, you know, Dulcia. Did I say Demetria yet?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, and also you will see Orico, the Red Alien Ranger. Now, my question for you, Cisco.
Yeah?
What made you come up with the idea of making him a jellyfish?
Well, that was actually a placeholder. I actually had like a 3D model of like a warrior-looking alien. It had like dolphin-like skin. It looked really cool. And I didn't have time to have it animated. And the guy that I asked to have animated...
Why you gotta be like that?
Well, the guy that I had, or that was supposed to animate it for me, he totally didn't animate it. So instead of waiting for it, I just left the placeholder in there. You know, if that's just how the things rolled out. So.
Because when I saw that part in there, I was like, Orico, wait a minute, Red Alien Ranger, why is he a jellyfish? I'm like, why is he a jellyfish? So I had to ask. that question.
Yeah, it was more, you know, I still put the guy's name in the credits even though he didn't do jack for me. But, you know, because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah. So. You gotta give some people credit, you know what I'm saying?
So, at least he was trying to help me.
Yeah. Well, apparently Samantha's group over there is really excited about this too, because I hear some...
My boyfriend is playing League. That's what happened. That's what's happening.
Anything gets excited about the League.
Sorry.
That's okay. It happens. Now is there any way we could get a little, you know, insight of what your plans are for Teenage Mutant Back to Action, without giving too much away?
I mean, basically, it's a lot like the Power Rangers movie. Since we're talking about it, it would be a lot like that, where, you know, there's a Green Ranger, Eagle. You know, they kind of have to go off-world in order to get something, in order to help them fight this. You know, Lokar might be involved somewhere. You know, it's going to be crazy.
It sounds amazing. And I read the description. If you guys read the Kickstarter, I posted it on our Facebook page. You go to the Kickstarter, read the description. It mentions Megazord battle.
Yeah.
Now that is going to be awesome. That's another thing I need to talk about is the Dragon Zord. That was so awesome of how you put the Dragon Zord in there and the design. I mean,
yeah, it was really cool. Gotta give credit to Damone Averson. We
got a comment, and
okay.
I thought someone hacked into my account because the last name almost looked like mine, but it's a little bit different. So no worries, no one hacked into my account.
Okay, go ahead.
But it's Amanda De Jesus.
De Jose.
What?
Oh, De Jesus. I think maybe that's her last name. She's the one that created this bracelet. Her husband and her helped me with this bracelet made.
Oh.
So go ahead.
Her last name is almost a little bit similar to mine, and I almost got so worried. But sorry. I would jump out of a plane.
Okay, but what's the comment?
Gary and Amanda.
That's it. I would jump out of a plane.
Okay. So what's the comment?
Amanda said I would jump out of a plane.
Not. Oh wait, the other Amanda.
Oh
Holy
my God.
shit! Who's on first?
Okay. Okay.
Can we not get confused here?
So she said she would jump out of the plane when we were talking about the
I think it's because we were talking about skydiving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Let's just call her. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Amanda, we'll call you Amanda as usual, and we'll call her Mandy. Okay? That way.
Thank you, Jesus.
Do you have to bring Jesus into this? Yeah, thank you, Jesus. Did you have to bring?
No problem. It is from Mexico.
Oh.
It's Jesus.
Yeah, but guys, like I said, check their page out. If you want to get a custom made.
Can they do a Lightspeed rescue bracelet?
Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? Just contact them. I mean, I posted in the if you guys want to get your custom made bracelets, just go to the video on our floor, and they have the link on there. And her boyfriend's excited again.
Is he winning?
I guess he is. And also the
I don't know what's going on in there, and I'm a little afraid to find out.
And and I want to give a shout out to the guy that made the Dragon Dagger for Zordon of Eltar.
Warren Goodwin. Yeah, special props to him too. Yeah, we hashed out some. I think he sent me a sketch he did, and I'm like, we did some like very minor tweaks, and he went and made it and shipped it out to me. So
yes,
yeah, and then it got to be in the movie. So really cool.
Now, here's a big question for you. Can you tell us who did the voice of King Mondo?
That would be David J. Fielding. That was really cool.
Zordon was playing the villain.
It's funny because he actually got in touch with me after Teen Years with Attitude came out. He really liked it, and he contacted me saying how cool it was and how he wanted to be a part of what we were doing. And so immediately right then and there I'm like, well, I do want to do a Teen Years with Attitude Part 2. Do you want to be in that? And so he's like, sure. So ever since back in last September, David Fielding was on board to be like a teacher at the high school in Angel Grove.
Yes.
And and then like a few months later, still doing a lot of production work on Zordon of Eltar, and I just got the idea. I was like, well, you know what? We got this character King Mondo, and it's finally coming along. The scene's finally coming through. And I just asked him, like, hey, do you want to do the voice for King Mondo too? And he's like, sure. So that's how that all happened. The worst thing you can say is no. So I just asked him,
But hey, I mean,
he went from being Zordon to being King Mondo.
Yeah.
he would be from being a good guy to a bad guy in a sense. I mean, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't really a villain.
Yeah, he was kind of a consultant to Zordon at that time.
Yeah.
And I thought that was awesome. And now, I noticed that in the okay, if you guys watch now, is it a possibility we will see Prince Rito return?
Let me just say he died off camera. So who knows, you know.
Who do I have to blame?
But you know, I will say this, that one of the reasons I kind of did what I did with Rito is because one of the things that I wanted to kind of make more sense of is how Rita, her family would look different. You know, like her brother in the TV show was obviously a mutant skeleton thing.
Yes.
And that wasn't going to work in my universe, so I kind of gave him the mask to kind of create that imagery. You know, when that grenade blew up, he kind of had half of his face was kind of scarred and burned. And then, you know, who knows if he might come back as, you know, instead of like a half skeleton robot, he might be part robot. I'm just saying.
That would be pretty awesome, actually. And I noticed that you guys did not use Master Vile in this.
No, we didn't. We had some ideas, but that stuff ultimately got cut from the script.
Okay.
Like a lot of stuff with the tune that was used to call the Dragon Zord was actually supposed to be a lullaby that was used to put Rita to sleep when she was younger. And you know, there's a lot of flashbacks and stuff like that, but they got cut for the sake of time. And if you watch the credits, you'll see that almost all the scenes, nobody was there at the same time. Everybody was filmed separately. That's part of the reason why it took me so long to do the movie.
Oh man!
I probably could have done it in like a year instead of a year and a half. So. But
it worked out. It worked out great.
It did work out, but yeah, basically there's a lot more I wanted to add to it, but I couldn't because it was just hard to get people's schedules to jive.
Yeah. And oh wait, you know what, guys? Maybe if he hits the perk, if he hits the
what is going on?
It's Samantha's going like, I'm going to be down here. If they reach their goal, maybe, or past their funding, maybe Cisco can add some special features that weren't included in the movie. Can't go wrong with special features.
Well, I mean, special features definitely. We have a lot of bloopers that deserve to be seen, and there's a lot of bloopers, especially with the Teenagers with Attitude crew. I mean, I could make it. Teenagers with Attitude 3 could just be the bloopers. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some special features that I'll be putting out.
I'd pay to see that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'll be putting it out there for free, so you don't have to worry about paying for it. But.
And I would pay to see that, though.
Yeah,
Come on, Amanda.
They are a funny group of people. If we got higher than the budget,
I'm sure Kelvin too. Huh? I'm sure Kelvin like.
Oh yeah, Kelvin, and I think Kelvin and Jim are the craziest. They add to the insanity a lot.
Yes.
Oh, wait, Jennifer too. She's a nut. I actually kind of changed her character a little bit, writing wise, you know, to fit her personality more.
Her and how do you pronounce her name? That plays not Sophia. That plays Rita.
Sutisa.
Yeah, those ladies, Allie, Dash, they're all. I mean, those three are very lovely. Those four actually, very lovely women you got going on in this fan film. Yes.
They're all just friends. I remember I made a joke. I made a joke to Sutisa at a film festival last year, you know, or the year before I started fan film. I just made a joke to her. I was like, I should do a Power Ranger fan film and make you the villain. And I was totally joking. But then I saw Pacific Rim, and then I was like, hey, I remember I talked to Sutisa about that. And I asked her, and she said, sure. But yeah, a lot of the people in this movie are my friends. Like the guy who played Larigo, and he was also the suit actor for Zordon. He's like a high school Gene. He's a high school or not high school, elementary school friend of mine.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
And so now we're curious. Now, if you guys read the credits, there's somebody that did include their voice for Zordon. Can you tell us who that is, Cisco?
Oh, me. I did the voice for Zordon.
Yes. Yes, and
it wasn't by choice.
Oh,
it was as a last-ditch effort. No,
Yes.
no. To be honest, I didn't want to be like. You know how much I told you I didn't want to be on camera. I don't like the limelight or anything.
Right.
I actually wrote the part for Zordon for a local actor here in the Baltimore area, and he would have been perfect for the role. But when I asked him, he totally blew it off. He was like, "Oh, it's not going to be, the fan film's not going to be cool." Of course, I asked him about this movie like a year and a half ago. So yeah, he totally thought it was stupid. So
yeah. Well, guess what?
I kind of took it personally.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
Cut out the middleman.
Let's just say this: if this was stupid, then why are you getting so many views right now?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, his loss.
Exactly.
It would have been a nice credit for him, but oh well.
Yeah. Not now. Not ever.
Yeah.
He can't come back and say, "Oh, I was in that." No, you were not. Don't you even lie. Now, also we know that I know you were auditioning for other roles for Teenage Attitude: Back to Action.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you planning on? I know that in Teenagers with Attitude, you had a cameo. You had some characters in there, and you used Dan Romano for one of the
as
characters.
a name.
As a name, yeah. And my question is, and you had Catherine Hillard, and then you had. I mentioned this too. We did this live commentary with Kelvin, and I think you saw that. And I'm planning to do another one for Zordon of Eltar sometime. But my thing is have you on there, but you don't have to be on camera this time. So
cool, just my voice.
Yes, just your voice, your inner voice. Anyway, I noticed that Roland Williams was in there.
Mm-hmm.
The Green Hunter Beetleborg.
Yep.
I was like, wow, this is different. And then Catherine Hillard, Catherine Sutherland's the second Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
So you're wondering if they would play any part in the new one or something?
Actually, I'm wondering, is there any possibility we'll get a cameo of Rocky, Adam, and Aisha?
They are in the script.
They are in the script.
Yep. And so are the other two Beetleborgs.
I gotta tell you, man, I'm liking this even more and more as you're telling us this. A lot of people are gonna go like this. I mean, guys, do you want to see that happen?
That'll be cool.
Start donating. Come on, help out. We want to see this happen. Now, let me give I've been talking to you more than enough. Let me give my co-host a chance to say something. Let me go to Samantha. Samantha.
Oh.
Yes?
Can
I help you?
You're just going to put her on the spot?
Yeah. Well,
Yes, what? Hi.
Would you like to ask Cisco any questions?
Say yes. You put me on the spot. How dare you?
Yeah, man.
Bad
Come
name.
on. Come on,
No,
Nate.
no, you don't get to do the same thing I did. No, you're
I
not.
am
You're
I am
not
not
allowed. No.
I am hiding.
Your butt?
Now. Okay.
Let me get back to you on that.
Sonia, do you have any questions, comments, concerns for Cisco?
No. Just wanted to apologize for the temporary disappearance of myself.
Yeah.
No, I don't really have any questions.
Yeah.
I
Now,
look forward to the next one.
yes. And guys, we are going to continue with Secrets Revealed and see a little bit more of that. So let me go ahead and share my screen again.
Got a little sidetracked.
Yes, a little sidetracked.
We tend to do that.
Oh, okay.
And when usually Derek has usually drinking, but not today.
Yeah, it was a big weekend around beer.
It's a return to 95 when he couldn't drink anyways.
Okay.
I would have been
Remembering
drinking, but I
Power
had plenty
Rangers
last night.
in his original child form.
Okay, let's see. Go to screen. And now it's time to continue.
On this great mission in order to find new powers and to find new Zords. And that's the only way we can save the Earth. So we have to go to another planet.
We meet a character by the name of Dulcia. And Dulcia...
Samantha, you can't mute me because that's how it's playing. It's playing through my mic.
Oh,
My bad.
I didn't even know.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what
That's
happened.
why I unplugged my headphones in order for everybody to hear.
You see.
The audience.
Alright, turn down the volume just a bit more again.
Okay, just turn it up a little bit more.
Turn it down.
Sorry.
Okay.
Is that better?
She leads us into
Yes.
finding the spiritual side of us. We kind of have to figure out on our own how we get the power from this place which is called the Monoliths, where the power is stored.
We get this new power, and we find out how to use it. We get new Zords. We've got new Ninja Zords. Let's use them.
Right!
Right!
Train Zord!
Ninja Wolf Sword! Ninja Frog Sword! Let's do it! Right! Ninja Sword! Ready to ride! Tongue-tied and twisted!
Hey, Frog Sword, no tongue.
Bad move, Sparky! You play with fire, you're gonna get burned! Now, if you've been paying close attention, I'm sure you have noticed that we not only have new powers and Zords in the movie, but our Power Ranger suits are different too. Trust me, these suits do a lot more than just make us look good, because when you find yourself taking on the most evil force the world has ever known, you better be prepared.
Anybody see anything?
We need some light.
Activating power beam.
The uniform that you're looking at right now is completely different from the one on the show. We wanted to design
Wow,
a
look
suit
at those
that felt
nice
like a
headlines.
power suit that had some strength.
We really wanted something much more exciting, and so they've been recreated really to look like armor.
We're upgrading them so that they're not just
Spandex.
Uh-oh.
they actually look more
This is like shields, like armor.
like armor plating,
So it's pretty cool.
We're in trouble.
and we're actually giving them a three-dimensional insignia. They just look more battle ready.
We have two different outfits here. We have this ninja, like a ninja outfit.
The helmets are a little bit more 3D. They're not so round.
The helmets are a head cast of the person themselves, and from there we have sculpted the entire helmet on them, on the head cast.
A lot of work.
Okay.
You ever see that guy? Michael Ashley just run around.
Helmets have different devices on them, like OptiScan devices, what they're called, where like my helmet will have a little eyepiece that comes over the eye, and it helps me to see like in infrared and see behind walls.
The suits are fabulous.
sure you know there's more to being a Power Ranger than wearing a cool suit. It takes dedication, skill, and ability. Check out some of these cool moves, but remember, you should never try anything you see us do without thorough training and proper supervision.
Okay, who here is gonna try out these moves after this? We'll be doing some backflips and all these stunts.
Yeah, I'll probably take a nap.
Challenging.
I can do that.
In the fact that we've had to be very physical. We've done like a lot of our own stunts. Just to make up.
Hey, Team Bravo, Walter, take two.
They're all very good at gymnastics and martial arts. The actual cast is so talented, and they do the majority of their own martial arts and acrobatics.
God, we're different. We won't fail.
Leave, Fatal.
It was my goal in this movie to stay away from excessive violence and go more with gimmicks and gags.
Ooh, that was close.
Kids are flipping over and through the air and flying up into the air. And
we have these like Ivan clones that we fight, and they're pretty cool because when you destroy them, they hit the wall and splatter and turn to ooze. It's pretty cool.
Sure.
It's gonna be one messy night. I'm doing like gymnastics and the martial arts that I learned from being on the show. I'm doing it. See ya.
I've been doing martial arts for about 8 years.
Oh, that had to hurt.
Martial arts in general gives you the discipline and the confidence and the self-respect. Later, dudes! It's all fantasy. You know, when we morph, it's fantasy.
Don't go anywhere, because when we return, we'll show you the secrets behind the movie's special effects.
Okay,
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie. Secrets revealed.
And this time we actually have a commercial break for them. Oh, man. Now, let me ask everybody here. From the movie, what was your favorite part? If you had to pick a favorite part. Let me go to Sonia.
My favorite part?
Yeah, in the movie.
I'm trying to think. When they come back.
Okay.
When they come back and they're in their new Zords. And actually that song, Uh-Oh, We're in Trouble, like, I downloaded that song and I was like kind of singing along to it. It's like, Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Yes, that was the most popular song back then.
Burst our bubble. I love that.
And, okay, Samantha, what about you? What was your favorite moment?
And try to do something to save their parents.
Probably all the fighting scenes. But that's just me personally because I've been really working on my martial arts lately.
So in other words, when she meets me, she'll be beating the crap out of me just for fun.
No, you might accidentally just fall into the floor from the bag because I'll tackle you.
Oh, jeez.
And I'll get enough video this time.
I'm gonna be watching my own ass at PMC. I'll be going like this. I'll be going. Is she here?
Yeah, that actually reminds me. At the last PMC, during the Forever Red panel, somebody had asked them, when you guys first auditioned, did they have any qualifications? And originally with Mighty Morphin, they wanted the actors to have some kind of talent. Austin St. John, Jason David Frank, Steve Cardenas, they practiced martial arts, so they had that going for them. Amy Jo did do some gymnastics, I think. Mm-hmm. And, they had, those requirements. And then with each progression through the seasons, everyone was like, eventually it got to Jason Fonda, and they were like, oh, I just needed to look good. They won't even let me walk up the stairs by myself. They had to have my stunt double do that. God forbid I got hurt.
Sounds about right.
But who's gonna help me sneak up on Nate?
I think all of them are gonna help you. You guys are gonna be like doing a secret chat in Facebook, like, okay, here's the plan.
Because Nate said better send me the link of getting the ticket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will be posting that when they announce it.
Okay, because then I would be able to do that.
Oh God, I'm scared.
And then all I have to do then is convince my parents to buy my plane ticket for my birthday and Christmas. Because that's the only way I'm going to get over there is ask my parents, like, don't get me anything else. Buy me my fucking plane ticket.
That's how I got there last time.
Yes, and also don't forget about the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, you know what? I think you're planning on splitting the hotel with Sonia.
Yeah. All night.
Oh, brother.
Guys, this is gonna be the two. And this is why I'm gonna be in a hotel room by myself, and I'm not telling anyone which hotel I'm staying at.
This time I decided to stay at the Sheraton and not be like a 15-minute walk away.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at the Sheraton too.
Yeah.
Having that suite.
Wait a minute, what about not telling us what hotel you'll be at?
Okay, I'll tell the hotel, I just won't say what room I'm in.
Oh,
or what floor.
That helps.
Room and floor, that's it.
Now, Richard, what was your favorite moment in the movie of Power Rangers?
Suits.
The suits?
Yeah.
Derek, what about you?
I really liked the early fight with the Oozemen when they're in that like construction site, just beating ass unmorphed, and then they get the suits on and continue to beat some ass.
Cisco, what about you? You can remember.
My favorite part was at the very end, after Ivan's already defeated, and Rita and Zed come back, and Mordant and Goldar are like sitting in the chair, and then they go, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Yes.
Right before the credits.
Yeah, a post-credit scene. There you go.
Yeah.
Or a mid-credit scene, whatever.
Yeah.
Amanda, what about you?
That's a hard one because I liked a lot of things in this movie, but
It'd be more than just one.
If I had to pick one, it's a tie between
Karen
the
Ashley
Rangers
picking
getting
Ooze and
their.
Noggin.
It's a tie between the Rangers getting their ninjetti powers when the glow and all that kind of stuff, and then the fireworks scene.
Oh yeah. Now, if you guys notice in the scene where they go back to the command center in order to help Zordon, originally that was supposed to be the first thing they did. They were supposed to go straight to the command center and then go back to downtown and call on the Ninja Zords. But they switched it around where they went to handle Ivan Ooze first and then come save Zordon. So they switched that around. So, because if you...
Right choice.
Well, I mean, it would have been a better idea. I mean, don't you think it would have been nicer if they went back and saved Zordon, and then the alarms would have...
That ruins the whole plot point!
The back-to-action scene. I love the back-to-action scene. How could you not have them say, back to action, or... Because then, because I remember when they were doing, because they showed it on the Pocahontas, the Pagemaster VHS, that they were standing there, and Tommy says, let's go kick some ooze. So, you know, ooze you lose, kick some ooze, you know. References! But my favorite part was definitely, there was a lot of favorite parts. The morphing scene was awesome, the Ninjetti, the Megazord, and the part where the Megazord hits Ivan Ooze in the crotch.
That I loved.
That was funny. Because you can never... Because...
How could they justify that in a movie?
I have no idea.
No, actually, if you see it on TV, they cut that part out. Some stations they do.
Wow.
Wow, that's really censoring something, just because he got kneed in the crotch. It's a self-defense technique. Come on, people need to learn that.
Yeah, but it kind of gives kids the wrong idea.
At Eternal Con, a kid asked her.
Nowadays, we cannot teach children self-defense. That's wrong.
At Eternal Con, during the Power Rangers panel, there was a kid that asked Karen, he's like, "This one is for you, Karen. How did it feel to save the day by kicking Ooze in the balls to stop him?" And she cracked up laughing. She's like, well, you see, I mean, it felt great to save the day and save the world.
Yes, it felt great to save the day. And it must felt great for kids to be able to drive a monorail. Am I not?
Oh my god, I would love to do that one day.
I'm sorry, but where do these kids learn that? That kid just randomly goes in there and he starts pushing buttons. Okay, is this how it's supposed to start? He must have been a really smart kid.
Trial and error.
Exactly.
Push buttons. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, push the next button.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, you're fucked. What's it gonna hurt?
The thing is, they were originally going to, and I know that they were supposed to have more scenes with Bulk and Skull in there too. And they cut those scenes out too from the movie. It would have been really great because originally, Bulk and Skull were at the fair and everything. They were grabbing up all the ooze, Ivan's ooze, free stuff, and they were just standing there all happy like this. Because if you ever go to any convention that Paul Schreier and Jason Narby are at, especially Power Morphicon, you will see them. You'll see like they have a banner with them holding this like that, like a tower of them. So yeah, they cut that scene out in the movie, obviously. And but yeah, so Amanda, do we have any comments from the audience? Nope comments. No comments. Nope. Your comments. So yeah, guys.
No comments for you, Nate.
Oh, how dare you?
Also for you.
Also for you. Now, instead of me continuing with the secrets revealed, you guys can check it out. Look up on YouTube. It's under Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie Secrets Revealed, and you'll be able to find it, and you guys can continue watching it there. But I wanted to play something that you guys might find a little interesting. This was from this was a video put together from this guy, Kevin, I think his name was, and he was at Lexington Comic and Toy Convention this year, and he was filming this music video. So with this, I'm going to show this awesome video if I can find it. It's here somewhere. I was playing it like
after this commercial break.
Yeah.
This hour of the LR4 radio show is hosted by, or sponsored by,
random people that we do not know.
We actually did that for the musical that I was in this year. We did songs from the 1940s and 60s, and for the first act, we just made it look like we were making like a radio show.
God, do I have to go all the way down just to look for this? Jeez. Yes, Power/Ranger. Yes, let's not watch that right now.
And this is what we call our usual unprepared Nate.
Yeah. It happens.
And this is where we all secretly gang up on Nate and throw him into a closet.
Yes!
Lock him up.
This is actually one of the songs that we did. And be warned, this is oldies music.
Okay,
let me see if I can
get supply us with a closet.
Okay, let's see. Oh, where is it? It's in here somewhere.
Fucking failure. Oh no, hold on.
I can find him under here. Let's see. You know I follow him. This is...
Hey, I was dancing to that.
It's a little sneak peek.
That's Opus 1 by the Mills Brothers. We did a lot of people, like the Jersey Boys, the Mills Brothers, the Andrews Sisters. Lots of famous people back in the 40s and 60s.
Okay.
Well, 40 through 60s. And people actually thought that in the second act they were going to see the real Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. We don't have the money to get them here. We're just acting and singing to their songs.
So in other words, do they go like this? This is a ripoff.
No, but they were impressed that the
dare
lead
we
singer,
get tickets to a free
was a
concert and
little bit
nobody
close
show
to
up?
Frankie Valli.
Okay. Guys, I have found it. Damn
it. I thought I hit it better.
And one of the songs we did...
Are you sure, Nate? Are you sure?
I'm here.
We did was I Believe from the
I'm not
Book of
sure you're
Mormon.
sure.
No, I'm not sure either.
And we made a joke about it because of one of the lyrics. It's like, I believe that in 1978 God changed his mind about black people.
Really? Really? Right now, Amanda? Really?
I didn't write the musical. The people who created South Park did.
Hey, I don't see a problem with that. That's funny.
It even won a Tony.
Cisco's probably thinking like, man, why am I here now? Oh my god. This is very interesting from your... Yeah, this is
laughing, so it's all good.
This is an interesting experience.
I have a smile on my face.
Yes.
No, actually, when they did perform that song, I wasn't in that section of the performance. I was backstage ready to go on to the next part. But we were so hoping that people would actually laugh to that part, because when we watched it at the Tonys or the musicals we go to, people laughed. And 50-50 they laughed, but there were a few people who didn't laugh. And that was the old people for the 2 p.m. show on Friday. No laughter whatsoever.
Now, here we go, guys.
Trouble. Something's come along and it's burst our bubble. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Gotta get home quick, march on the double. We've been out all night and we haven't been home. Been walking through the back streets all alone. The party was great, yeah, we were really thrilled. And when we get in, we're gonna get killed. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Something's come along and it's burst our bubble. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Gotta get home quick, march on the double. Can't get a cab 'cause we ain't got no money. We met the last train, but we thought we get the night bus, but the night bus never came. We ate my some home and started to. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Something's come along and it's burst our bubble. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We'll catch a ticket on the next stage shuttle. We tried to get a car, but we soon realised we got down the road. None of us could drive. People came along and they took us for a ride. And when we get home, we're gonna get right. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Something's come along and it's burst our bubble. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Gotta get home quick, march on the double. Uh-oh, we're in trouble.
Nate's in trouble.
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
Oh, Nate's in trouble.
Oh, no.
It's in trouble.
Oh, you're gonna come.
Nate's in trouble.
Nate's in trouble. Interesting.
Yes. That's a shout out to.
That was pretty awesome.
Yep. This is a shout out to Kevin, the director. Check him out. He does amazing cosplay videos. And I think Cisco recognizes one of the cosplayers.
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
He played Divatox.
Yeah.
The toxic diva.
Yep.
Yes.
She's a passionate actress.
Yes. And let's talk about that one scene in Zordon of Eltar, the bug eating the bug scene.
That's actually one of my favorite parts.
Now, if you guys haven't seen Zordon of Eltar, there's a scene in there where there's a bug in Divatox's spaceship, and
A butterfly.
like a freaking pixie-looking butterfly, sprite-looking carrot thing, and she ends up eating it, and she's enjoying it a little too much. I mean, am I the only? I mean, okay. Now, Cisco, when you were directing that, did you actually tell her to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the easy way. Yeah.
Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the bug.
Yeah, you really enjoy it, and then she took it and ran with it. So I wasn't going to tell her to stop.
Yes.
Just kept hitting it there. I'm not like a strict Nazi or anything when I'm directing.
And everybody's face during that scene probably was like this.
Well, that was one of the only days where I actually had one person there to help me out, and I'd like to give a special shout out to Jose. He was there. He was kind of like when if she would trip up her lines, he would help her out. But it was just like I said, not many people were there that day. I think one actress who played Cupcake was also there, but
yes.
That was it. So.
That was.
Yeah, she just did that, and we did a couple takes, and then we just moved on to the next scene. But yeah, it was really, really easy, real quick and easy.
It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And you know what?
That was a fun day.
I'm going to show a clip from the actual movie, the morphing clip from Power Rangers the movie. So let me put that up here. You guys can see that. I love how I type in Mighty Morphin
Do you have it ready?
Yes, I'm going to get it up here in a sec.
Basically, he doesn't have it ready yet. He doesn't have it ready.
I love how when I look up under, it pulls up Power Flash Rangers as well under Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
That just goes to show how often you watch Power Flash Rangers.
I am not trying to play that. I do have. What they did with it, I liked it, but would not show it on here. I do respect their work, but don't want to go that far.
Oh, come on, that was awesome.
It was. But anyway.
It was pretty rad.
Yeah, for something that was done out of pocket, those effects and that CGI, that was like, whoa.
Yeah, that was very professional.
Oh.
Very professional, unlike our show. How's that coming along, Nate?
Yeah, Nate,
Come on, Nate.
you sure are prepared.
As I said before, he was not ready, and he should have stopped talking to continue to be ready.
Well, we're still young.
Do I have to play the Jeopardy song to see how long this waits out?
I think you should.
Okay, hold on. Wait, jeez.
Silence.
Okay, and it starts now.
This is why I normally drink during the show.
We lost Nate. I love how we lost Nate.
Wow. He really wasn't prepared.
We're on top of shit around here.
This is what happened.
So I'm officially taking over for Nate. He says that he froze.
Yeah.
Oh well.
We have now taken over the web show.
We're still alive, cool.
Well, at least we have the Jeopardy music playing. That's we have that to hold us over.
Yeah, actually, this one will go on for 10 hours.
Oh wow. There you go.
Which is probably, I bet, how long Nate's gonna take.
Yeah, it seems like it. That's how long it would take for him just to pull up that video. I'm just looking at Instagram.
I'm looking at Scott Page Pactor's new wine business.
I'm just gonna take a selfie.
I'm doodling.
Full time watching Sonya put things in her mouth.
I'm just gonna doodle for Celestial Flight.
I'm sorry, everyone who's watching this, but please be contained by this Jeopardy music until we get back.
And my humming.
So how about that Power Ranger movie? Yeah, it's pretty bitchin', right?
Yeah, it's like 20 years old or something like that.
Holy shit, do I feel
We
old.
are so old.
Okay,
Yeah.
how old was everyone when the movie came out?
To be fair, I'm 20 right now.
Oh my god,
I'm 24.
Sorry.
So I was 6 when the movie came out.
I was 9.
I was 4 when it came out.
Wow. I was
I wasn't 1 yet.
I was 10 when it came out.
I guess I'm the old man. I'm 13.
And I think I'm the oldest one here.
Not by much.
Yeah.
There's a Yi sing! There's a Yi song!
Who is that?
I'm coming.
Sam's boyfriend. Sam's boyfriend is coming.
Dude's up to some freaky shit over there.
God damn it! I thought I muted that again.
Sam's boyfriend is coming!
Yes, bring him on, bring him on.
Oh, come on, Amanda. You really
I
want
was
to bring
getting
him
in
on
on the
when he's
action.
coming?
No, just to say hi.
Oh,
What's wrong
I
with
think
that?
Derek, I think that just flew right over her head.
Seems like it.
Is
What'd
it?
I say? What just happened here?
Nothing. Who can go crazy when they hear too much of the Jeopardy music? We're gonna play a bet.
We'll see just how much time
Get our
passes.
mic so we can hear all the action.
Hey Sam, you can turn your Mike offered
Hey,
me
maybe while
something
Nate's gone, we
that
can
action
actually
of your
try to come
boyfriend
up with a
coming,
plan
you know?
to get Nate at the next Morphicon.
I'm planning on going. I've never been.
You are?
I'm planning on going.
I would like to go.
I'm actually a little scared to put my mic back on at the
should be
moment.
there.
I would also like to go to
Oh my
Rangers. Stop.
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh.
stop the Jeopardy music for now, but
Cisco.
yeah, I promised Sonia and I promised Scott that I would actually try wine when I got there.
Oh.
Because I'm the only one in the family who doesn't drink.
Oh wow. You're missing out.
I know.
Not really. I don't drink, and I've been doing